Welcome to Highly Serious. I'm your host, Craig Anthony Marshall. With the release of Black Panther killing it at the box office, we thought to ourselves, what are the best live-action superhero films? There's been a lot of lists all over YouTube discussing this very topic, but the criteria for these lists has been a little bit sketchy. We're gonna make it a little bit tighter. For this list, we're gonna do the top 15 live-action superhero films. So when I say live-action, that means no animated film. So Lego Batman isn't eligible, great film, but it's not eligible. And also The Incredibles, really good film, probably my favorite Pixar movie. We're gonna start at 15 and go down to 1, but I'm gonna flash on the screen 25 to 16 just so you can see the movies that kind of fell right outside the list. So movies are gonna be judged by today's standards of writing, directing, acting, and cinematography. While importance of the film at time of release is taken into consideration, it's not the end-all be-all. It's more about how good the movie is as a whole. This list is more about how good the movie is if you judged it by today's standards. Because you know, the art form keeps on getting better and better. The budgets for these films keep on getting bigger. The special effects keep on getting better. Fight choreography has gotten a lot better in the past 10 years. Even if you watch action films from like the 80s and people are fighting, you know, there's a lot of dudes just like standing around waiting to get hit. That doesn't happen anymore. The fight choreography has gotten so much better in today's movies. I think right now, because Black Panther just came out, a couple of months you have Infinity War and you have Deadpool, I think right now is a good time. There's a lull in the action to kind of take time to reassess the superhero film landscape. You may disagree with Highly Serious, but I highly doubt that. You cannot repel a firepower of this magnitude. Thor Ragnarok. Too soon? I know Thor Ragnarok is pretty new, but it did a lot of things really well. I love the score for Thor Ragnarok. It is so trippy. Matter of fact, drop a beat kind of like in the flavor of Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, that's it. So I could do this properly. Thor Ragnarok had shades of some of the great buddy films from back in the day, like Lethal Weapon, 48 Hours, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Midnight Run, Rush Hour. I grew up reading this comic book by Marvel called Marvel Team Up. It was this anthology series that would star Spider-Man and another character from the Marvel Universe. The thing I loved about Thor Ragnarok was that it kind of combined all the elements of Marvel Team Up with a buddy film. So that aspect of it was really cool to me. I love what Taika Waititi did with this film, and it falls in line with his other work, like Hunt for the Wilder People, Eagle vs. Shark. You can kind of connect the dots, but I like his style. I think he has a great sense of humor. I love that it didn't take itself too seriously. I mean, some people may take away points for that, but I think if a movie picks a lane and does it really well, I don't take away points for that. I mean, it's not The Dark Knight, but it knows that. There's a lot of elements of Hunt for the Wilder People in Thor Ragnarok, and I think that's what I loved about it. I love that Thor and Hulk were on an adventure like Ricky Baker and Uncle Hark. Tessa Thompson, I thought she was really good also as Valkyrie. She was kind of like Sarah Connor, you know, when she could do chin-ups. Not like Sarah Connor in Terminator 1 when she couldn't do chin-ups. You'll get that reference if you saw Hunt for the Wilder People. One of the best lines in the movie. She was like the Han Solo of this movie. Almost too cool for school. Rachel House. I love that woman. She is hilarious. There's so many scenes in this movie that could be a poster. I loved how when they had some of the fight scenes, like when the Valkyrie are going up against Hela, it almost looks like a Renaissance painting, the way that the movie was shot. I think Cate Blanchett is probably one of the better Marvel villains. I would say that the ranking of Marvel villains probably goes something like this. You have Loki, you have Killmonger, and then you have Hela. Hela is really good. She's one of the best actors in the world. I also like that it took elements of World War Hulk. I loved how different it was from the first Thor movie. It really kind of took a lot of risks, and you gotta respect that. You gotta respect when they kind of break the formula and take risks, and I think all of the risks paid off. Maybe I'm just kind of like still kind of like hyped on it because it's relatively new, but I do feel like it's a top 15 live action superhero film.